What's up, guys and gals, and welcome back to the Nerd Castle. Today we're taking a look at Cardlife, which is kind of a game that's a survival sim mixed with like a little bit of Minecraft in there, building, crafting, survival, but it takes place in a cardboard cutout world. So as you can tell, the ground is made out of cardboard, the trees are made out of cardboard cutouts, and if you like stand-ups and things of that nature from like D&D games and things of that nature, you might find this game to be really aesthetically pleasing. So here we are. I don't know how to reset my server. I haven't been able to figure it out yet. So I'm working on it? I'll figure it out at some point, but basically I've built like a base and some other stuff way off in that direction to test the game out. But I've died a couple times to lose all my gear, and I've started off in a new location on the map so that we can start fresh and you can get a feel for the game, and you can check it out down below if it turns out to be something that stimulates Yo Jimmy. So as of right now, there are things that I need to accomplish. And until I accomplish those things, we're not going to be able to make a whole lot of progress in the game. Let's get started. As with every other crafting game, I think we want to start out with gathering a little bit of wood, maybe harvesting some plants or something. It's important to know that along the way, this game is in very early alpha right now, like super early alpha. To the point where if you're not into like super early alphas and all the things that go along with that, like the bugs and the weirdness, probably would not recommend this title. It's just not at that point yet. But if you kind of enjoy the early access method and you like how new content gets dropped and you can play the game incrementally as it comes out, this might be something to keep your eye on because I think it's really going to draw in the survival crafting crowd. It's a pretty cool game. What is that over there? There's like a golem over there or something. So we've got some spring berries, we've got some plant fibers, we've got... What else do we have going on? I just need to get more plant fibers, realistically. That's pretty much all that I need. Then, we're going to have to do this the rough way and start grabbing ourselves some tools. Now, one of the things that I really like is that you actually cut out chunks of the tree when you do this. And if you separate the top half of the tree from the bottom, it'll fall over. The game actually has physics like that, or at least the game is programmed where the tree's chopped down. I like that a lot. That's one of those little features that I think makes the game a bit more satisfying along the way. I think our first goal is going to be to find a way to protect ourselves and to find a way to harvest more rapidly. So there goes our first tree right there. It's going to spit out some resin and a couple grips of wood, so we'll grab those. I think that... Uh-oh, I fell down a hole. That's not good. Oh, man. Making me fall down holes. Get out of the way, Doit. Ain't nobody want to mess around with you, Doit. I'm trying to get out of this hole. Things do not, in this game, craft the same way as Minecraft. This game is not built on, like, on a square system or like a voxel system. Instead, when you build and destroy in this game, so when you build, you lay down foundations a la Rust. And in fact, the game has a lot in common with Rust. If you're playing online, you can like PvP each other and stuff like that. If you really want to, if that's the sort of thing that you are into. There goes another tree right there. I think the first thing that we need to get ourselves in tune with is like a pickaxe and an axe. And so while I'm holding down some of this stuff, we also need to find more plant fibers. Until we do that, we're not going to be in super great shape either. It looks like there's a lot of plant fiber over in this forest. We will want to be careful because there's dinosaurs and stuff that run around. There's bears, there's dinosaurs, there's robots, there's all kinds of things. They are planning on doing like taming or something later on in the game because in some of the screenshots that they've got from the press kit that they gave me, the presser, there's like pictures of players riding dragons and like building mechs and doing all kinds of things. So I'm assuming there's going to be either a taming or like an engineering aspect to the game a little bit later. Or at the bare minimum, you're going to be able to find like dinosaur eggs and like hatch them and then like ride them and stuff. I think that's a good plan. I think your game's possibility of success goes up by like several hundred percentiles the second that you add dinosaurs to it. And if you allow people to ride said dinosaurs, it's even better. So we're going to need like a huge quantity of plant fibers. Plant fibers turn out to be one of the things that you need like an absurd quantity of. And if you can't get your hands on that, it's just going to take you forever to accomplish anything. And so these little wooded areas are a really good spot to get your hands on a ton of plant fiber. It's these little guys right here. They look like cattail stalks or something, but they got little blue flowers. Those are the ones you're looking out for. The other things that you want to do is if you can get yourself a bunch of spring berries, you can feed yourself and you can heal yourself that way. I would actually probably say that we should build a base in this little area because this stuff, as far as I know, will respawn every now and again. And being in a location where like mission critical stuff like flax and things of that nature will respawn for you can actually be very helpful. However, the only downside of this area is that I'm not seeing a lot of mining areas that we can make use of. But there are no monsters here, so that's good. There's a bear off in that direction. but I don't think he's going to be a concern anytime soon. All right, so we've got enough plant fiber right now to where I feel confident about my ability to get things done. Let's start whittling a tree over here. 2 or 3 trees down, and we should be able to get ourselves into some gear so that we can try to move up to the stone tier about as fast as possible, because I find that the game really accelerates once you get to the stone tier. It's similar in that way to like Minecraft, where the second you get to stone, you start moving a little bit faster, but so long as you're stuck using wood, it's kind of a bad spot to be in. I'm trying to find something a little bit thinner here so that I can whittle along the edges and chop these things down. As far as I know, it doesn't decrease the yield of the tree if you whittle like we're doing right here. Never mind, it's going to go through right there. Well, damn. Never mind then. I'm clawing a tree down right now using the powers of my capoeira. That's all that I have. If I had anything other than capoeira, I would present it to you, but I don't. I usually try to chop the trees along the thinnest part because it doesn't change the amount of wood that you get at all. And so if you can find like a thin spot to chop the tree down, like right along this little joint right here, it'll go down a little bit faster because it'll save you a couple of chops. You're going in the wrong spot, man. See, now you just ruined the point. The point was to have less chops, and you're making me do more chops. Damn it! I need you to capoeira this tree better, man. Capoeira it more effectively. And then once we've got the wood, we're going to get a pickaxe. We're going to go over there and we're going to get stone so we can start making some stone tools, which will make our life a little bit easier. Here's the crafting menu. All you got to do to craft is you take things up like so, and it'll tell you all of the possible things that you can craft using the combination of items, or if you don't have the items, it'll tell you the blanks too. Here's a fun thing about the game. You can actually customize your weaponry as cardboard cutouts. And so, like, you can make your own sword and, like, do whatever you want. Like, yeah, this will probably look kind of jank status, but you could do something like that right there. And look, I've made my own pickaxe now. So, pal, I've got a custom pickaxe, and when I wield this, it'll actually look the way that it's supposed to look, which is pretty sweet, too. I will take this over here, and we are going to get some stone. We don't want that stone right there. That's compacted stone. We want the real deal stone. So what you'll see here is that the game is not voxel-based. It actually digs things away pretty much in like a topographic way. I don't know how to describe it other than that. Like, I'm a geologist, so I've done a lot of work with topographics maps, like both making them and also like reading them and knowing how to like orient and all that kind of stuff. And that's the only way that I really know how to describe the map in this game. It's kind of topographic. Like, things go away along topo lines, and then like it looks like it's only like a 6-inch topo line. But, hey, you gotta do what you gotta do. So I've got 13 stone right now. I'm actually gonna whittle away over here until I've got about 25 of this. Then we're gonna go up to the stone pickaxe so that we can do this a little faster. And from there, we'll go from the stone pickaxe to a stone axe to a stone sword. And we'll start playing around with some of the other gear because we don't want to be messing around with bad gear right now. We just want to get up to the next tier about as fast as possible. I would skip wood entirely. I wouldn't even mess around with it. I don't need you. What I do need is you right there. There we go. And so we can get a stone pickaxe right there with 6, 20, and 10. Good. Let's make that. We'll also make a stone axe. We need 20 more. Okay. Bummer. Put that inside of there. But we've got a stone pickaxe now, which is pretty cool, because now things will go much more rapidly when it comes to resource harvesting. So my recommendation for you is that you move up to stone about as fast as possible. The wood tools, while nice, they're kind of fillers. Like, they aren't that effective, and I wouldn't risk it and I wouldn't use them. Like, they just take too long. You'll end up spending inordinate amounts of time just farming resources, and you probably don't want to do that. Is my thought. Like, you probably want to get moving about as fast as you can, right? So there's a little bit more stone right there. Let's load some more of this stuff into there and there. And then I need like one more wood. And now we have ourselves a stone axe. I'm going to customize this thing, though. I'm going to make it look dope. If I'm going to wield myself an axe, I'm going to make it look sexy. I'm going to give it some, like, some serrats in there. There we go. And then we're going to bring it down like so. And then back up. We're going to give this kind of like a fantasy flavor. And so we'll bring that back around to right there. And I think what I'll do is we'll go up like so. Not the best looking axe, but I think it'll work. I'm drawing with a mouse right now. I was not that kid that was ever any good with MS Paint. So you know what? I'm doing the best I can with what I have. Y'all are just going to have to forgive me for it. I'm not an artist. I don't have an artistic bone in my body. I don't know how to draw. I am 30 years old, and I can barely draw a stick figure. I've taken art classes. They say anybody can draw. That's wrong, man. I've spent, like, hundreds of hours trying to learn to draw. I've taken classes. I've done all kinds of stuff. I'm just art deficient. I'm fantastic at music. You give me like any musical instrument, you give me a week, and I'll learn how to play it pretty well within a week. Like that's something that I have a talent for. But like I'm not good at drawing. For some reason, it doesn't work for me. It's not hand-eye coordination either. I'm not sure what it is. I think it's just that like I recognize space, and I recognize like distances and things like that differently than other people. And by differently, I mean that I reconcile them wrong. That's what I mean by that. There we go. Now we're chopping down some trees. Now we're making some progress. I'm going to get this tree over here, too. And then we're going to start making ourselves maybe like a little makeshift base, like a hovel or something that we can hang out in. There's no invasions. Nothing happens at night so far. I was a little disappointed to find that, like, at night, like, monsters don't come out or anything like that. But as I said, very early alpha for this game. And so if you're playing it and you decide to opt into the alpha and, you know, pay the whatever amount of money in order to play the game, there's not a lot of content right now. There's not a ton of content, but I think the idea of the game is good enough that I wanted to show it off on the channel here today. And now that we got ourselves some stone tools, man, that's so much better. So much better. I also got to decide if I want to make my base out of wood or if I want to make it out of stone. I think the yield on stone is a little bit better when you're farming it out, and so I'm thinking I may focus on stone in order to get things done, but I'm not really too sure. Let's grab a little bit of that right there. Yeah, that's looking pretty good. We got 56 stone. If I could stack up just a little bit more wood. I think the difference is when you chop a tree down, you only get 5 wood for doing an entire tree, but if you do a single spot of stone, you get like 1 to 2 stone, and so it's just flat out easier to farm stone than it is to get all the other resources, which is why, in my opinion, you should just try to get up the stone tier as fast as possible. So down here is where we were farming. Oh, look, there's more stone laying around. I was gonna farm some more out, but I guess I don't have to right now. There's no stoning happening. We will need some more flax, though, pretty soon. Let's get a full kit of basic gear done, like, right now. I'm gonna put dirt and other things that are not necessarily, like, requisite to what we're trying to do on the inventory, and then we need a sword. A sword would be really nice. I think a sickle for doing some of this stuff would be a good idea, too. Let's go around to right here. And I'm gonna take it out right there. Yeah, let's make it a little bit edgier. Let's give it kind of like a, there we go. Let's give it kind of a feel to it. We'll draw that on in right there. We'll put a little hook on it. Bam, there we go. We got ourselves a stone sickle, a custom stone sickle. Normally, you have to pay like 3 times as much for a custom stone sickle. But no, not when with your Splat. Okay, you get the VIP treatment when you're with me. And look how fast we can harvest a bush now. I'm going to need some more fibers so that we can start making some armor and getting ourselves a tad more resilient, because there are threats in the world, and they will try to hurt us when we come across them. I'd also like to get something like a bow and arrow. I don't even know if that exists inside of the game right now, but I personally would like to have it. There's a little bit of that stuff right there. Looking good to me. We got 29 fibers right now. We are going to need food as well, because in the bottom right-hand corner, you'll see that we have a food meter. The other 2 meters that you're seeing on screen right now, the red one and the green one, is health and it's stamina. So sprinting and stuff like that will use up stamina. But yeah, it seems like they got big plans from the game, or for the game, from what I've seen. They've got like mechs. They've got all kinds of cool stuff you're going to be able to build and ride along in a little bit later on. None of it's implemented right now, of course, but once it is, I think that's going to be pretty rad. They've got it into the screenshot, so I assume they've got it functioning like in an alpha state somewhere, because I've seen actual in-game screenshots of people using the mechs and stuff like that, but I think they just haven't been dropped in with the overall official patch just yet. Grab the rest of that wood right there. Okay. With our pickaxe, I think I'm going to try and get a little bit more stone, because I need to make myself a sword so that I can defend myself. That's going to be one of the few things that's going to keep the monsters at bay. It's going to bump our attack power up pretty considerably. Your character is not a fighter as of right now. In order to become a fighter, we don't have to go through any specialized training or anything. We just need to have, like, better gear. And so that's where I'm trying to start off with. Now that we got some of the basics put together, and I think we're about ready to embark upon the game, I want to find a good spot to build my base. Preferably something visible that's on top of a hill. Also something that's near Lens Flare with Michael Bay. As long as you're in a location that you can find again in the near future, I think that's a good spot to be. Now, I'm going to need like a flat-lying area. There's a dinosaur over there. So we got wolves and we got dinosaurs running around, both of which are kind of problematic. There's a little pit over here. Is there any kind of ore or anything down in here? I wonder. Oh, it's a little dark. I can't see so good right now. Is there like a torch or something that I can make? Let's find out. Ah, I can. So to get a torch, I need wood. Oh no. I'm being whooped on right now. That's never a good sign. Okay, let's run for it. Apparently I'm hungry right now, so I'm gonna need to fix that as well. I don't know how hard it is to fight a goblin, but we've got a lot of... Oh, never mind. He went away. Yay! I think right here actually looks like a really good spot for a base. We've got a large flat area. We're next to forest where we can get lots of supplies and things to help us out. There's some evergreen trees, and I think there's some adventure and exploration we can do if we go in one direction versus the other. Did that torch get done? I wonder if when I got hit, it got canceled out. It looks like it did. Let's craft that. Oh, I can customize my torch, huh? Interesting. So that gives me a little bit of a light radius. Can I place this or anything like that? Doesn't look like I can place it a la Minecraft. So we'll figure that little piece of this puzzle out later. For now, what I wanted to do is I wanted to build myself a sword and then build myself a shelter. So I've got a lot of these things right here. I need a little bit of wood. And I think I should be able to make myself a sword. A stone short sword. That sounds actually mighty fine to me. Oh, I could have customized it and I didn't. No! I could have made a super awesome sword. Damn it. That's it. I'm doing another one. Hold on. I'm doing another one. We're going to make... This is going to be pretty sick right here. This is going to be pretty sick. So what I'm going to do is we're going to take this up like so. When it gets to right there, we're going to put like some little jaggies in it. There we go. We're going to take it up like so. And it's going to be like a big old Bowie knife. And so right here, as soon as that's done, we're also going to cut out like some little holes in it. So that it's got like bloodlets. There we go. Our sword's so dope. There we go. Perfect. 4? I don't know. Let's put a square in the bottom of it too. Why not? Squares are cool. So there it is. We've made ourselves like a weird little stylized sword. Yay for us. Create! I think that looks way better than the last sword that we made. And so I'm going to relegate that one to the trash pile and we'll save it for later. This sword right here is looking pretty savage. I think this sword's going to be what's up. And so now we need to build ourselves a house. What we're going to need in order to do that is we're going to take some stone and we're going to take some of these fibers. And the first thing that I need is square foundations. And so let's make like, oh, I don't know, 6 of those. And so we're going to make ourselves a pretty sizable base. It's going to take some effort, but I think it's going to be worth it. You can customize the floors as well if you wanted to make things with portholes or like murder holes or anything like that. Those of you that are fans of like Rust and things of that nature, there's some really cool ideas that you could play around with in making custom foundations and making custom walls. You can dig holes in the walls so that you can fire through them. You can do all kinds of interesting things with it, and so keep that in mind as well. I've got some stone legs over here, some stone armor. We'll worry about that in just a minute. I don't think that's actually important for this exact moment. Then, with our foundations, building in this game is pretty simple. Don't stress about it too much. That's pretty much all you got to do is it'll lock in if you click on the circle that you want it to go to. I like the building system in this game. I think the building system is accessible and it makes sense. And that's what I like about it. So there's the floor plan for the first little chunk of our base. We are going to need some more stone before we're going to be able to accomplish much more. We've only got 47 stone right now. I think that if I go in right there, how much does a wall cost? A wall is going to cost me 10. So it looks like everything costs 10. Cool. We'll craft like that right there. And then customize one of them so that it's got like a, I don't know. I want to customize it. I don't want to connect the dots. I think that I'm happy with what I have going on right now. I don't think this is going to work the way I want it to. Yeah, it's not. It's not going to work the way that I want it to. So we'll stop that off. Instead, we'll go with like a little symbol or something in here. I don't know. It's got like a little section gone, so maybe we'll do like a... Let's just do like a window. Like a little circular hobbit window. Like so. And so there it is, so that we can see outside. I'll create that wall. It actually stacks with the rest of the walls, though, so we'll have to be careful about where we place that, because there's really no way to know, aside from memorizing maybe the number, which one is going to be the one that you want. So we'll put a wall down right there, get a wall down right there, get a wall down right there, and then we'll get a wall down right there. And in fact, it doesn't look like our custom work went through, unfortunately. I went to all that effort to have custom work, and the game was like, nah, cuz, nah. And I was like, but why, fam? But why? And it was like, cuz I say so. Oh, we got some shitty stone over there. That's not the stone that I need, though, if I want to get this place up and running. I don't know if I'll put, like, multiple layers of wall up. It's kind of a small place to dwell for right now, but we need to get ourselves situated with a place that we can respawn if we end up dying. That's the part that I'm worried about. It's nighttime right now, so let me farm out some more materials, and I'll be back in the morning, and we'll talk about things a little more. So morning has arrived, and you can see my handiwork over here. We basically almost gotten rid of that entire stone deposit, just gathering things up into the inventory. Luckily enough, it was pretty close to daytime anyway, so we didn't really have much to worry about over there. I am going to try and get 4 walls around me so that I can feel a little bit more comfortable about our protective situation. Just in case anyone comes a-courting and a-calling, it'll make things simpler on us. So what I need right now... Is there like a doorway or anything like that that I can have? Ah, a stone door. Okay, let's go ahead and craft a stone door right there. I don't know where I want that. We've got a gable wall. Yeah, I guess that makes sense, don't it? We've also got a stone stairs foundation. Stairs uses a foundation to start a building. Okay. I don't really know how I feel about any of that. Reinforced, that's used to start a building. Or we can use that one right there. I think that's the one we've already got. So let's get some walls in. I'm going to need at least a few more of these. But if I'm lucky, the doorway will double as a wall too. So let's try this out here. I've got that right there. I've got that right there. That right there. Okay. We've got one further. I'll probably put my doorway in like right here. Ah, there it is. So we've got ourselves a doorway. We built everything out of stone. I would like to see a little bit more customizability out of this whole thing, where like the building kind of looks same right now. Whereas like in Minecraft, for example, or in Rust, you've got separate blocks you can use to build things. I guess not in Rust. But anyways, like the door needs to be like distinguished from the rest of the frame. I don't know. It looks a little plain right now. And I don't think plainness is what we want to go for. We want something bombastic. We want something explosive. We want something that gets in there and lets people know who we are and what we do. You know, I'm about that Splatty life. And the Splatty life is a flamboyant place to be. I do love the way that it overlaps, though, and you get, like, a little overhang right there. And I like the way that the house is actually up on suspension, too. That's kind of cool. Like, I like the way that it appears. And so now, we have ourselves a little safe space. That means that we don't have to worry quite so much anymore about things coming to murder us and kill us. It looks like I can make a bed if I have a light wolf pelt. So, I think in the next episode, it's going to be a good idea for us to go and get a wolf pelt. But let me know if you want to see that next episode. My name is Splattercat. This game is called Cardlife. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm very enthusiastic about this project. I can't wait to see what they do with it and how it develops over time. So I figured I would show it off for you here today. It's important, once again, to remember this game is in very early access alpha. Like, they haven't started promoting it at all, really. They sent me a key as part of, like, that first push to make people aware of the fact that the game exists, but like they haven't really started promoting or anything. The game is selectively available to very limited people at the moment. So if you find anything that you don't like that you've seen so far, be aware that it's more than likely going to change in the future. If you wanted to get the game, I have access to the beta down below so that you can go and buy that. If you wanted to support me, all you got to do is click like on this video. It helps out more than you know, and I really do appreciate it. And other than that, I'll see y'all later. Thanks for stopping on in. Come join me live at twitch.tv/SplatterCatGaming every single day at 3 o'clock Pacific Daylight Time in the afternoon. I'd love to have you. I'll see y'all later. How you do, everybody? Bye.